Okay, so first of all, welcome to St Helens College. So today you're going to hear all about the courses that we offer, your course in particular, so sport that you've applied or that you're hoping to apply for. So first of all, if you've not applied and you are hoping to apply, I would recommend doing so as soon as you can. The reason for that is we interview all of our potential new students and get places secure. So you will need to come and enrol to actually enrol onto the course, but to secure your place, you will need to have an interview with our college staff. So the sooner you apply, the sooner we can do that and get your place secured. So applications are still open and you can apply by the link at the bottom of that screen. If you're on your phone, you can take a screenshot of that or jot it down, and then that's how you'll be able to apply for college. Okay, so although you're here today to hear about sport, those are the other courses that we do offer at college. So quite a wide variety of courses. We offer those across our campuses, so our STEM centre and our town centre campus. And Kelvin will go into more detail about sport for you, but that's just the courses that we offer. Okay, so as a student, there are some benefits of being a student at St Helens. So all of our students are entitled to free breakfast. So that will be toast, porridge, something like that. And if you're in before 9:15, you'll get that on your days that you're due in college. All of our students are also entitled to free transport. So if you are on one of our free college bus routes, you'll get a pass for that. And that covers Wigan, St Helens and Knowsley. We have a few different buses. If you're not on one of our free bus routes, you will get a free Arriva bus pass. So all of our students have got a free means of transport to college. You'll also get a free Microsoft Office 365 package. So if you have any coursework or anything like that, you can download that package onto your own computer or laptop at home. And that will help, obviously that's good for you if you've got any work that you need to use that for. Student discount, so all of our students are entitled to student discounts. You'll get discounts in places like cinemas, restaurants, clothes shops, that sort of thing. And then the bottom you'll see bursaries, free college lunch and assistance to buy course equipment and uniforms. So that's done on a financial assessment and enrolment, so you may be entitled to those things, but as I say, it is a financial assessment for each student that has to be done. So that'll be done around enrolment. Enrolment starts the 20th of August, which is GCSE results day. So at college, we have an excellent safeguarding and wellbeing team, and they're on hand to support all of our students and our staff. So if you've got any worries, if you're stressed out, if you've got things going on at home, if you're stressed out with something with your course, anything that it may be, if you're feeling like you need a little bit of support and somebody to talk to, our safeguarding and wellbeing team are there and can support you. So they work across all of our campuses, so there's always somebody to talk to if you need it. We also have learner support, so if you have any additional learning needs, something along the lines of dyslexia, we can offer you support too. So if there's anything that you need support with, whether that's extra time in exams, support in class, anything along those lines, please let us know. And the sooner you let us know, the sooner we can get it in place. So you would need to let us know at enrolment, and we can get that sorted for you and get support in place for you as soon as we can. Okay, so finally from me, just our social media pages there you'll see on the screen. If you're not already following us, please go on and give us a follow. So what we put on our social media is any success stories from our students. So it'll be up to date with all our college information too, enrolment dates and things like that. But we also post out stories, so if we've got any students that have gone on to anything exceptional or anything that they've done, if they've been involved with projects, anything like that, we advertise that through our social media channels, so you might get a little bit of inspiration from past students on our account. So if you want to go on and have a little look, and at the bottom you'll see an admissions email. If you've got any questions about your application, if you've applied for a course and you've changed your mind and you want to swap to something else, or if you've not yet had your telephone interview, please contact admissions. So our staff are currently contacting all of our applicants for next year. If you've not had your phone call by Friday, please get in touch with us. So if you've already been into college before we closed, for an interview, that's fine. If you've already had a telephone interview, that's fine. If you've not yet had one and you don't hear from us by Friday, contact our admissions team. It could be that we've got the wrong details for you on the system, could have been a typo when you've applied, or something along those lines. So if you don't hear from us by Friday, please get in touch. Okay, so that's everything from me. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I'm also going to pass over to Kelvin, so he's going to give you all information on the courses, on the course that we offer. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat facility and the Q&A. Any questions, pop them in there and we'll answer them at the end. Okay, thanks.
Cheers. Okay, yeah, my name's Kelvin Gardner and I am Programme Leader for Level 3 second years in sport, but we have 3 courses that we can run. So if I just share with you my little PowerPoint and we'll just go through it. And it decides it's going to let me, there we go. Technology, brilliant, come on, there we go. Okay, so the different courses that we run at college, there's quite a few on there, and you'll see some that say KCC and some that say SHC. So even though you come on for the St Helens one, I've put on there for you the ones that are at Knowsley campus. So KCC is Knowsley campus, SHC is St Helens Town campus. So there's a level 1 and a level 2 run down at Knowsley. But if you were just coming to the St Helens one, I was there, the activity leadership, the gym instructor, and the level 3. The level 3 is run at both sites. Quickly talk you through each one. The activity leadership, this is if you want to become a sports coach. So you're interested in coaching children, adults, people with learning difficulties, anything like that you do, and it is aimed to get you as much practical based as possible. We work with the college's special supported needs department. We work with local primary schools, so you go out and actually get experience doing everything with them, running the games that we've shown you or games that you reviewed yourselves. The next one, the gym instructor course, that is a specific one if you want to go and be a gym instructor. Now, to work in a gym and to actually instruct people, you need to have qualifications. So anybody that's 16 or 17 starts on the level 2, and the progression for that one will be the level 3, which is the personal trainer. Now, you can't do that until you are 18 by law, and we only run that as a nighttime course. But if you wanted to become a personal trainer, you have to have the level 2 before you jump up to the level 3. Both them courses are 1 year, and you need at least 4 3s to be going on. Okay, the jump up for that is the level 3, which is my course. This is aimed at people that want to go to university or, again, want a job, whether it's sports development, whether it's sports coaching, something to do with sports science, fitness testing. You could use this in a gym as well. And that is a 2-year program. But what we do, we enroll you at 16 or 17 for the first year. And then after the first year, if you want to continue, you re-enroll again. It's only so that there's a drop-off point if after 1 year you decide, I don't want to continue now, but then you're not thinking, I have to and I'm going to lose absolutely everything. You will leave the first year with the equivalent of 1 A level. The level 3 extended diploma, you can see on your screen, that is the course for the 2 years, and that leaves you with 3 A levels and you get UCAS points. If you don't get onto the level 3 because you need 4 4s, including at least 1 maths or English, then you would do one of the level 2 programs, preferably activity leadership, and you would then jump up the year after, because you are entitled to 3 years free education at college. And if you started on the level 2, brilliant, come on to level 3 and then move up there, and we would show you about how to get into university and move forward with whichever career that you wanted. Okay, what we expect on all our courses there, it's everything that you'd have done at school, guys, yeah. It's attendance, we're looking at 95%, all right. Discipline, so you come up with the right attitude, you don't cause trouble, you don't give back chat, you just you treat the staff and other students as you want to be treated. If you're fair with us, we're fair with you, yeah. If anything, there's messing about, there's balls being kicked around college or anything like that, every time there's a ball kicked, it's automatically assumed it's a sports student, even sometimes it isn't. but we do go down the disciplinary route like school would do. Timekeeping links into your attendance. 9 o'clock lesson means be outside the classroom for 5 to 9. There's no reason to be late on anything. Just keep, it's like a normal job. If I turn up late or if I don't turn in, then I'm going to get disciplined and I will get sacked, as you would do in a normal job. We're just trying to prepare you for that role in the adult world, and the communication links with it in. I know people are ill. I know buses can run late and everything like that. As long as you communicate with us, then this will be fine. You will get our email addresses, our office phone numbers. You will get inducted onto Microsoft Teams. There are so many ways that you can communicate with us. And if you are going to be late, the bus might have broke down, the bus might be late. You message one of us, Kelvin, I'm running late, I'll be 10 minutes. You walk into the classroom, yeah, thank you very much. I've had your email off you, and let's crack on with the lesson. But if you don't communicate, it's like, oh, well, I didn't think I had to, then that's where we're going to go down the disciplinary route. But everything should be fine with that. Some of the units you're going to be looking at, they are mainly the level 3 ones, because the activity leadership is specific just to coaching, and the gym instructor is all about being a gym instructor. But the level 3 units, I got like anatomy and physiology, fitness testing, sports coaching. The list is down there. You would do 18 units in total, 9 in year 1, 9 in year 2. And the way we do it, so the practical team sport will be a year 1 module, which then leads to sports coaching in year 2, which is more heavily involved with you running the sessions rather than you just doing parts of it. And then that gains you the more skills and the more knowledge to do it. Whilst we're on them units, the level 2 courses are pass fail. That means you either complete the course or you don't complete the course. The level 3 is pass, merit, distinction. So pass is an E at A level, a merit is a C at A level, and distinction is an A. The only other grade you can get on top of that is a distinction star, but that means you have to get a distinction in all 18 units, and that is an A star at A level, and each of them carries different UCAS points. So a pass is 48 UCAS points, a merit is 96, a distinction is 144, and a D star is 168. It is really possible to get the distinction star. One of the students that you seen right at the start on Beth's first presentation was one of my level 3s that's just left now, Emma Austin. She's leaving with a distinction star, so it is possible to get that if you knuckle down to it. Other units on there that are interesting is the sports massage. That's a year 2 one, and that's another route that you can go. So the level 3 does leave itself open to a lot of routes. You can go gym route, you can go sports massage, there's a sports injuries unit there, there's coaching, there's sports development officer, there is all kinds, and we have had quite a few students leave us and go on to other jobs, and we try and get them back in as often as we can so that they can tell you what they've done. Life at college, your timetable. Timetable is going to be completely different to what you used to at school, or if you went to an A-level college or to a sixth form. Our timetables is 16 hours a week. And what happens is, once you've done your 16 hours, you're not in college. You're still welcome to come to college and use the library to get on with your work and everything like that. But if you were not scheduled to be in on a day, you don't need to come in. So this is where the beauty of coming to us as an FE college is, you do your 16 hours with us, you can get on with your work, you can get yourself a part-time job and earn a little bit of cash and get into the industry that you want to as early as you can. Okay, maths and English, if you're on the level 2 program, that will be built into your timetable and you will do them lessons as normal. It's a government stipulation that anybody that doesn't score a 4 or above has to resit them when they come to college. We do as a college also offer, if you do get a 4 in maths and English or one of the others and you want to try and top it up, we run them top up courses just in case that universities at some point go, we want 5s in maths and English. It is there as an option, you don't have to take it, but you're more than welcome to. If you're a level 3 and you're missing 1 of maths or English, then this tends to be run on a day that you're not in college, because it's assumed that most level 3 students will have achieved maths and English, or at least one of them. So that tends to be on a Friday. Facilities, a couple of little pictures there. We've got 2 gyms. That's the one at the town campus. We also have one on College Street at the Beacon opposite the police station, which is where our sports hall is as well. These are not commercial gyms, so you can't use these outside of college because health and safety dictates you need somebody qualified to be in there. However, you will have lessons in there. And what we do with the public service team as well, on certain dinner times, we open up the gym to students who just want to actually train. So there's no messing about, there's no anything. It's just going in there, training, and there'll be myself, Grant, or Chris up there to help put you through your paces. But you will use the gym for fitness testing units, so you'll be on them treadmills doing Cooper runs fast as you can for 12 minutes, and we'll be looking at the data that you produce. Sports all in the picture there, that's some of the activity leadership doing a task which isn't exactly sport there, but it's all about communication and leadership, which leads on to a lot of what you guys do. But in the sports all, we do it all. We do football, we do rugby, volleyball, basketball, netball, rounders, hockey. We do absolutely everything in there. Some sports you'll look at in depth, and others you will just get the practice of playing with it. Just put on there just some student comments from this year's level 3s and level 2s. Better to try and get those guys to just try and sell it a little bit to you rather than ourselves. And this is what they say, that they've really enjoyed being on the course and everything. So you've got Aidan and Abby there. I'm not leading them up too much. If any of you want to take a picture and read it at your own leisure, by all means, feel free to. And then we've got some more, Lauren and Chloe there. Again, they're my level 3 students. I've just asked them, could they just give us a couple of words, a couple of sentences and everything, and they've just put it on there for us, their own experience and what they've liked and what they've achieved. If any of you are thinking about what the ratio is with lads to girls and group sizes and everything, we tend to have on courses, they're normally about 15 in each class, and the split is, this year, for the first years, it's a 50-50 split with male and female. The activity leadership, that was roughly the same. I think there's slightly more lads, and the gym instructor is about a 50-50 split as well. So it is not dictated by anything at all. Everybody just comes in. Their activity leadership there. So we've got, that isn't the Will Smith, that is the student that we had on the course this year called Will Smith. And then you've got Ronnie and you've got Megan as well, just saying more about, that's the activity leadership and what they enjoyed doing. So doing all the different stuff with the SEN students, they're the ones that are at the college, and we put on a big event for them, and it's kind of like an improvised sports day for the students at the college, and they get a lot out of it, and our students do get a lot out of it as well. That's a big one from Steve there. Steve actually came to us from Health and Social Care the year before, and he decided he really enjoyed sport, so he was going to give sport a choice. So he'd come in wanting to be a health and social care worker, but then decided he would pursue his a career change and go into sport. So that's the other thing about the college as well. You can come in and you can think, you know what, after doing a year of it, it's not quite right for you. But there's all them courses that Beth showed you at the beginning. And after doing a year, if it's not quite for you, you can go across, and we are very flexible with it. I've got a student coming on the level 3 this year, and when I spoke to him on the phone, he did the gym instructor course in his first year, decided he wanted to do a year, I think it was either business or IT, and now he's coming back over doing the level 3. So it is quite flexible, and that you can jump across doing different courses each year if you wanted to. Obviously, it's more ideal if you stick with the same one, and then you've got a career goal, but there is outlets that you can go at any time. There's a last little slide there. If you want to take a picture of that, that is our email addresses for all the different courses. You've got Pam and Rachel there. They're going to be mainly based at Knowsley this year, running them courses. You've got, that's myself, I'll be doing the second year. So even though I won't be your program leader for this time, I would still be teaching you on the level 2 or the level 3. You've got Nat, who's going to be program leader for the first year, level 3 sport. Chris Kirkham, who's going to be doing the activity leadership, and Mike Stevens, who does the gym instructor course. But we all teach on all courses, so you could email any of us with any questions that you had. Just be aware that from the end of next week, staff can take holidays because we've been working all the way through lockdown. So if you do send an email and it's when we're on holiday, we might not pick it up until sometime in August. I know I finish on the 15th of this month, so you've got another week to email me. Again, mine's Kelvin Gardner, just in case you want to get hold of us. So I'm going to just share in that now, and then just have a little look there. So if any of you got any questions of anything, guys, please feel free to stick it in the Q&A. I'll stick it in the chat like that said there.
I've just put in the chat there as well, because that was a good point, Kelvin, that you will all start to take your leave shortly. Admissions and marketing, we have staff, so I'm not term time, I work right through, and I will pick up the marketing email. So if you've got any questions and you contact the tutors, they'll have an out of office. So if you get an out of office to say that they're not working, you can always contact us. We might not have the answers, but if we do, we'll get back to you. Even if we don't, we will get back to you, just to let you know that obviously eventually you'll get the answer. We don't, obviously, we know as much as we know. We don't know as much as the staff do about their own course. So we'll help you if we can. So if you do email any of the staff and get an out of office, please direct your email to us. So the marketing email, I will pick that up and I will get back to you personally. So obviously Kelvin's covered a lot there. If you've got any questions about that, or if you've got any questions that you had yourself anyway and you want to ask, now's the time to do so. So you've got about a minute or so before we start to wrap up. So there's a Q&A at the bottom, and there's also a chat button. So any questions at all, whether it's on uniform, courses, places where you'll go to study, whether it be Knowsley or St Helens, anything that you've got to ask, please ask now.
Yeah, just while you're having a little think on it as well, guys, when you get your GCSE results, okay, if you do get amazing results, brilliant and well done. If you don't quite get the results you was hoping for, GCSE is not the be all and end all. And I know you high schools are pumping you up for the GCSEs, and that's what their job is. They want you to do as well as you can. But it doesn't mean if you don't get these 4s, 5s and upwards that's the be all and end all, and you can't go and get the job. There is a course for you no matter what. And I don't mind telling you, there's myself and one of the other guys, the public service tutor, Chris Mason. We left high school. I got 5 Ds, 2 E's and an F. High school was not for me, yeah. Wasn't that I was a naughty kid or anything like that. I just didn't do well with exams. And the courses that you're coming on to, there's no exams on them. They're all assignment based and everything like that. I actually started at St Helens College all them years ago when I was 16 on a level 1 programme. Went up to level 2, did level 3. I've now got a teaching degree and I've got a sport degree. So it doesn't matter where you start. All GCSEs do for us at St Helens College is shows where you're starting on the ladder. You might have aspirations of doing that level 3 programme, but you've got to start at level 1 or level 2. It'll just take you an extra year or two of dedication to get up to that level. Or you might jump in straight at level 3. So don't be disheartened if any of you don't get the results that you were hoping for or told that you was working towards. Doesn't matter at all. It's just a rung on the ladder at college, and as you go further down your career, nobody's going to ask you what your GCSE results are. Maths and English they might always inquire about, but everything else, it's what's going to be the next step for you and everything like that. So
good point there as well, Kelvin, because that's something that they can always improve on, like you've mentioned as well, isn't it? So maths and English, we will always support you to improve your maths and English. If you haven't got your grade 4s, you will have to do that because it's a government requirement, and that's the same with every college. You will have to continue those studies. However, if you get, say, a grade 4, and you do want to improve that and up your grade to a grade 5, a grade 6, we can always support you with that as well. So we've had a question in. What would be the best course to take for becoming a PE teacher?
Okay, best course for coming to being a PE teacher would be the level 3 programme. But again, if you didn't get the grade, you go level 2, then you jump up to level 3. To become a PE teacher in that, if you were looking at high school and everything, you're going to need your teacher's degree to get in there. You need your PGCE for high schools and everything like that. And you would need a background knowledge. So you'd be looking at, to become a teacher, you really do need to get like 2 degrees. You would get your teaching degree and you would get your specific degree in sport. Yeah. It's not a lot of people, whenever they say, oh, you're going on a sports course or you're a sports teacher, I get it all the time. They go, oh, you're a PE teacher. And the visions are a PE teacher is somebody with high waistband pants, with a polo t-shirt on, got the whistle around the neck, and you just stand and we just lob balls at kids and we just watch people play sport. If you never took GCSE PE, you realise PE is so in depth. It's all about anatomy and physiology. The names of some of these muscles and everything, like the one in your neck, sternocleidomastoid, they're absolutely massive. They're all Greek and Latin names, and it is so in depth about the human body. It is a lot mixed with biology. So if any of you have done human biology in science at school or GCSE PE, you know that there is a lot involved, and you've got to be able to have all the knowledge of that, and you've got to be able to stand up in front of people and teach. You've got to have a big, loud voice. You haven't got it now, it doesn't matter. We'll build you up there, you'll get to it. But you need a lot. You need to be charismatic and everything like that, and the level 3 program will help you on your way. That is the route to go to university and beyond. And there's a lot that comes into being a PE teacher. It's not just stood there with a whistle screaming and shouting. There's a lot of it that goes on.
So there's another question there as well, Kelvin. So what would be the best course to take for becoming a sports physio? And I'm guessing that, like you've just been mentioning about anatomy and physiology, and I'm guessing that's all the same, isn't it, really?
It is all the same. With to be the physiotherapist, there's different routes with that. The level 3 route, you would get a taster of sports massage and sports injuries in the second year, which would help towards being a physio. We try and have all the different units for the level 3, so that there is different routes that people can do. So they can get like a taster of everything that they want to do, and they might think, I like psychology, no, I like physio, I'd rather do coaching. So you'd be able to see everything. To be a physiotherapist, you have to go to university and do a physiotherapy degree. So the level 3 program gives you the UCAS points, which lead you onto it. At the same time, we also offer sports massage. That's to be a sports therapist. A sports therapist is slightly different than a physio, okay? The sports therapy and what you can do, you need to be 18 to go on the courses, but we have a level 3, a level 4, and a level 5 on a nighttime course that runs, okay? So that is a way to go into doing it that way. So you could go and do the physio during the day, and then the nighttime course, we do offer the massage. So that is a slightly different route to sports therapist. That's about massaging before, massaging afterward. A physio goes into more detail. It's about rehabilitation and exercises and how to overcome injuries and make sure you don't get these injuries again. The other link for the two that you've asked as well, not so much with the physio, but the PE teaching and everything, we also offer a foundation degree at the college in sport. It's 2 years. You do your level 4 and level 5 with us, and we're affiliated with Chester. So what happens after the second year, you then go on to Chester to do 1 more year to top it up, or you leave with a foundation degree. That is people that like the college environment, close to home. They don't want to be traveling away. They don't want to be living away. You do 2 days a week for your foundation degree. You will speak to the program leader, that Chris O'Keefe, throughout your time. I get him in to get you to have a chat with him and everything like that. And then you would be away to university for that last year if you want.
Yeah, so those courses will be at our university centre. So for anyone that doesn't know that, St Helens College, we have a university centre, St Helens, where we offer degree courses. So that's what Kelvin was just touching on there. So you come and study with us from school, doing your sports qualification, your level 2, your level 3, whatever that may be, and then you could stay on with us and study at University Centre St Helens. Okay, so I took sports studies BTEC instead of PE GCSE. Would it still be the same situation as the PE teaching?
Yeah, the PE teaching, it'd be the same thing. All that the BTEC and the GCSE is that BTEC is an awarding body. That's all BTEC means. People hear BTEC and they think BTEC's the gold standard and everything like that. BTEC is a very good course, but it is just the awarding body. The awarding body that we do at the moment is NCFE level 3. It's the same as BTEC. There's no exams for us. BTEC, you do have exams. And if you studied a BTEC at high school level, you'll have done a level 2, which is what GCSE is set at, level 2 all the way across the board. So if you wanted to be the PE teacher, it would still be the NCFE level 3 course that we run to be going on to that. So you'll have had, by doing the BTEC studies instead of GCSE PE, you'll have done PE in a different form in sports studies at BTEC. It probably gives you maybe that little bit of advantage moving on to a level 3 program, because you've already studied some of the things at level 2 and some of the things that we go at level 3. For example, the anatomy and physiology, The bones are still the names of the bones at level 2 and level 3. It's just it'll go into more in-depth detail, and then you would have a slight advantage over somebody that has never done A&P before. But we do start right at the beginning, just with the basics of what the names of the bones and the muscles are, in case somebody's never really studied PE before.
Okay, fab. So hopefully all of your questions there have been answered. If there are any others, you've got a couple of seconds now to pop any in. So what will happen after this session is you'll get an email to thank you for attending. There will be some contact details on there. Kelvin also provided the contact details for the sports staff, and I have popped some in the chat facility, so admissions and the marketing email. Any questions? So obviously we have had a few, but if there's anything you think of later that you think you should have asked, you can always contact us and we will answer again as best as we can. So there's no other questions coming in now, Kelvin, so I think we've answered everything.
Yeah, just one last little bit just before we go. Just because you mentioned about uniform and all that, there's no set uniform at college. You come in what you want, as long as it's not abusive swear words across the t-shirts or anything like that. It's completely fine. You come into your theory lessons in whatever you want to wear. The practical lessons, obviously, you come in shorts, t-shirt, tracky bottoms, appropriate trainers, and all that. We do sometimes as well offer t-shirts to buy. They're just like sweatshirts, a little bit like the Under Armour one I've got now. They have your initials on the course that you're on. We don't run it as a profit thing for the college at all. We just literally, the t-shirts how much we have from local providers. It's just in case all students want to wear the same thing when they're in sport, or some of them do, and they're lightweight and they're good for just getting sweaty and dirty and then slobbing in the wash, and you're not doing anything with your nicer, more expensive t-shirts. They're only about £8 or something like that. You don't have to buy them. They're just there for offering. And then just other things to think about when you come to college. It's probably the same at school. There's no phones out in lesson. There's no chewing allowed anywhere in college. There's no eating in class, and the only drink you're allowed is water. And coming on sports course, it's the only drink you should be thinking about drinking anyway.
Okay, fine. So thank you for that, Kelvin. So thank you so much for everyone that's attended. Hopefully you found it really useful. It was nice to see what some of our past and present students have commented about the course as well, so you can get a bit of an idea of what students who are in the same boat as you, similar age to you, feel about the course as well. So that's really nice. So thank you all so much for attending. Thank you, Kelvin, for your presentation, and good luck everyone with your GCSE results, and we hope to welcome you in September. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks, Kelvin. Bye.
No worries. Beth, do you want that PowerPoint sending to you with the comments?
You can send it to the marketing email. Yeah, the email in the chat just in case. Yeah. Okay.
No worries. Okay.
Thank
See you later. Bye.